bees and honey, cheese and ham, salt and vinegar. These are all things that belong together, just like CC the Flat Earther and Flat Earth Friday on this channel. Get ready for some Class A ranting. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Flat Earth Friday with me, Simon Dan. Thanks very much for joining me. Before we begin today, a quick channel announcement. From Friday next week, I will be going live twice a week to bring you all the latest space, science and conspiracy related news. If you want to hear all the up-to-date news and watch me react to it in real time, then join me on Wednesdays and Fridays on this channel. Don't worry, all the normal videos are coming out as usual. This is extra. Okay, right then, let's get on with this video, which as you'll know from the intro is from our favourite Westchester County resident, CC. He's in his van and he started this video with his usual politics rant before moving on to his favourite topic, the Earth.
When people tell me that I'm spinning, corkscrewing through space at 66,000 miles per hour and going faster than the speed of sound while I'm spinning on this Earth and I feel absolutely no movement at all whatsoever, this concerns me.
When people say, I don't feel the Earth moving, so therefore it must be flat, they're misunderstanding how motion works. You don't feel speed itself, only changes in speed or direction, what physicists call acceleration. The Earth's motions are extremely steady. Earth spins at the equator around 1,000 miles per hour and orbits the sun around 66,000 miles per hour. But the accelerations involved are tiny. Your inner ear is simply not sensitive enough to register such gentle change.
When people tell me that they see a curvature when they go on top of a mountain and they can see the curve of Earth, or when they're actually in a plane, they can see the curve of Earth, this concerns me.
Yeah, it would concern me too if they said that about the top of a mountain, because they absolutely should not see the curve there.
When people tell me that they see meteors come down and explode and hit Earth, when we've never recorded a single one, even though there's billions of cameras out there who have captured pretty much every single thing you could possibly imagine, down to a walrus having a baby, this concerns me.
The idea that we've never recorded a meteor hitting the Earth is flat out wrong. We've recorded thousands. NASA, ESA, the US Geological Survey, and amateur astronomers worldwide. They log all sky camera networks that log meteors every night. And there's a public database where you can watch new reports come in daily. Many with videos from phones, dash cams and doorbell cameras.
When I hear people tell me that they feel like they're spinning. I'm like, what? You feel like you're spinning? I'm like, you really are out of your mind. You see, that's the funniest thing I heard.
No one has ever told you that, Chris. Come on.
That was the other day's conversation with this guy. Who, by the way, is definitely an NPC. This concerns me. He knows my channel too, so look forward to seeing his comments. I'll tell you, I'm not really sure what his handle is on YouTube, but you'll be able to see it. He's gonna do something stupid.
This is referencing the start of the video where he said he brought Flat Earth up to a guy in a bar. This triggered Chris because he didn't like that guy's response.
When people tell me they know the curvature of Earth and they give me some made-up equation, when we all know as flat earthers, and we've been taught this too, that A equals MC squared, 8 inches per mile squared. Oh, let's get into that too with Einstein's fake quotation that he became so famous for, which makes absolutely no sense. You know, E equals MC squared. Nonsense. Maths. Come on, guys.
Decibel levels rising. E equals mc squared is one of the most tested and verified equations in physics. It simply says that energy and mass are equivalent with the speed of light squared as the conversion factor. It explains why nuclear reactions work, why the sun shines, and why GPS satellites need relativistic corrections to stay accurate. So what CC is doing here when he mocks the math and says it makes no sense, what he's really saying is, I don't understand it.
When people tell me that architects take into account that they, when they build the bridge of the curvature of Earth, this concerns me.
But they do. Long tunnels like the Channel Tunnel and huge pipelines and giant suspension bridges have their surveying based on geodetic surveys. Essentially, they're measured relative to the curved Earth. Surveying instruments are aligned to local vertical gravity, which naturally incorporates curvature over distance. The Verrazano Narrows Bridge in New York, for example, has its towers about 2 inches further apart at the top than at the bottom, precisely because of Earth's curvature.
When people tell me that they see UFOs in space, this concerns me.
Finally, something we can agree on. Yes! I've been waiting for this day to come. That concerns me too, CC. Amazing!
When people tell me that stars are not little lights in the sky, and they give me equations and mathematical jumbo crap that they learned in school, and all they're doing is regurgitating stuff, I've never even bothered taking a camera or anything to look at these objects in the sky, which are just an amazing light show. This concerns me.
Now, if you've never pointed a camera or telescope to the sky, it's easy to think that stars are just some amazing light show. But once you do, the picture changes completely. You'll see detail, structure and physics in action. Modern amateur astronomer gear lets you photograph galaxies millions of light years away from your own back garden. I've done it myself, Chris.
When people tell me that nothing's made up, everything is true, and we go back and tell them one simple little fact like, how does a toilet work on the ISS? And they come back and they try to give me an explanation of nonsense of how this actually works with 8 people on this thing supposedly spinning around Earth, and they spend how much time do they spend? I think she spent one woman was 666 days up there. That's beautiful. I love those numbers. Or was it 333 days? I'm not really quite sure. It could have been one of the two. Who knows? But this concerns me.
The toilet thing is not nonsense or complicated, by the way. Fans create a gentle vacuum which pulls waste away from the body into a sealed receptacle. Liquids are separated, filtered and recycled into drinking water, and solids are stored, compacted and sent back down in cargo vehicles which burn up in the atmosphere. Simples.
When people tell me you can take a shower on the ISS without blowing up the whole electronical system, or brush your teeth with water spouting about with all these wires hanging out and electrical outlets here and electrical outlets there, and they accept this as reality, this concerns me. Okay.
They don't have showers like we do here on Earth. They use rinseless wipes and no-rinse shampoos, plus small cloths moistened from sealed pouches. For hygiene, water is dispensed in controlled amounts, often from a straw or a specifically designed bag, so it never becomes a free-floating liquid ball. And brushing your teeth is the same. A dab of toothpaste, a sip of water from a straw, then you either swallow or spit it into a cloth so it's carefully contained.
Back to the stars. Of something else that concerns me is when people tell me that they're different sizes, when we all know that we can look at these stars and see that they're all the same size. This concerns me.
Astronomers can and do measure the actual size of stars using a variety of methods. We can use parallax to get distance, spectroscopy to determine temperature and luminosity, and in some cases, direct interferometry to resolve a star's disk. Betelgeuse, for example, is hundreds of times bigger than our Sun, while Sirius B is a dwarf star about the size of Earth. Those are wildly different sizes, even though they both look like points of light. So far, everything that concerns you, Chris, does not really concern anyone else. He carries on like this for a bit before his blood starts to boil and he goes full rant.
People, why can't you wake up, okay? I mean, we're in 2025. That's 10 years since they let out Flat Earth. Okay? 10 years. 10 years. And these people are still asleep. Because I am putting the wall down at this point. I'm putting the drapes down. I'm saying, if you can't look into this at this point, you're an NPC or you're being paid to fight against flat Earth. And that's it. That's bottom line. That is it. This is true. Fight the flat Earth. There's nothing to fight. There's no proof. There's no evidence of a ball. Nobody can prove it to us. There's money on the table. Hundreds of thousands of dollars of money, cash, on the table to prove to us we live on this fantasy land that we grew up with and that we were told all of our lives, and nobody's been able to prove. All we have done is proven everything, that this ball does not exist that you live on. We are a flat, stationary land. That doesn't exist as you think it does. There is no space. Those lights up there are flickers in the sky. There's water above. There's something covering us. And there's more land. It's simple.
Wow, just wow. He is not a happy bunny, is he? I think we'll leave CC for today, ranting in his van, and we'll wrap up another Flat Earth Friday. Please do let me know in the comments what you thought of this one from CC. As I say, we're all done and dusted for another video. Thanks so much for watching today. As ever, it's appreciated. If you enjoyed it, please do consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the thumbs up button too. I've been Simon Dan. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow for another Saturday session. See you then.